Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhattacharya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna.
We'll start now, just a couple of minutes. Are you able to hear me clearly? Anybody? Confirm, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. We start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavade Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girimet kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinakarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Om Pavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastangato Piva Yasmaret Pundari Kaksham Sabhyamyantaram Suchihi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Please repeat after me.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Tapan Prabhu and Vani Mataji, can you please do? Vani Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Tapan Prabhu, do it.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita
Chandra Jaya.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Any Mataji?
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, repeat after me, all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes. Actually, Raju Prabhu, Sirisha Mother, they went to their hometown. She put message. Actually, she's joining and in the morning calls, Purushottam Mas call regularly. Sandhya Mataji, uh, Sirisha Mataji. Sometimes then there is one Mataji, Champakalata Mataji. So somebody left. Somebody, their relative it seems, left the body, so they went to their hometowns. They said they put the message. That's why Raju Prabhu didn't join. My humble request, we already passed 2 weeks of this Purushottam Mas. And I'm humbly requesting whoever can be able to make it, please join in the morning or 6 o'clock. Uthao, bed se uthao and start chanting. Here also, you can say that, oh, Prabhuji in America, you can say anything. No, I am also participating here, Mangalarati, and doing my time, 5 o'clock means your time, 3:30 afternoon. My time 5 o'clock morning means 3:30 your afternoon. That all you can, I can open up. You can see if you want to witness. So my request, already today is the 15th day, Purushottam Mas. So my request to all of you, at the lotus feet of all of you, utilize the opportunity. Every 3 years it will come. Devotees are taking so many austerities in this month actually. We are not encounter, those, but this is the time we need to spend more in Krishna consciousness. Of course, we have jobs, we have different things, but allocate this some more time in this month of Purushottam Mas. So another 2 weeks there. Please join morning calls, evening calls, and based on your availability, if you can make it, yes. No, we are not spending hours together, just 1.5 hours. Morning 1.5 hours, evening 1.5 hours. That's it. And we have 24 hours day. 8 hours you can sleep, no problem. Still we have 8 hours work. 8 plus 8, 9, 10 hours work, 18 hours. 18 hours, 6 hours. In that 6 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours eating, taking bath, etc. But still we have 3.5 hours. You can utilize. I humbly request, please join. Please join. Please join. Kalo nasteva. That's also I'm requesting. Please join, and give us your association. Okay? You'll be happy, we are reading same verses, the same story. Brahmastuti we are doing, Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter we are doing repeatedly, and same songs. That's it. Humbly requesting, please join. Another 2 weeks we have. Show your enthusiasm to Krishna. That's it. Your participation means you are showing love, you are showing enthusiasm towards to Krishna. 15th chapter, who has spoken? Krishna himself spoken. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, everything, all the 20 verses he has in a sequence he has spoken. Different topics. That's why it's called Purushottama Yoga. There is no Arjuna Uvacha in that. All the 20 slokas spoken by Krishna himself. 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga. And Brahmastuti. Why Brahmastuti? Brahma also understood. Brahma also Jiva Tattva. He is also a living entity. He also died at some point. He also became pure devotee. Brahma Vimochana Lila, he got the pride. He's a secondary creator, but Krishna, it's a Krishna's Lila. If Krishna wanted to Krishna wanted to have some Leelas, he himself do that, pride gives to Brahma so that he will fall down and he bewildered and surrender to Krishna. Then again, glorifying Krishna. But we have Brahma Samhita there, we have Brahma Stuti there also. Bhagavatam 10th canto. 10th canto Sammam Bonam, 14th chapter, Lord Brahma prayers to Krishna. So nice chapter. All topics, all the verses, one verse, different experience, different concepts he is explaining now. Brahma explained. Brahma Stuti. Brahma is saying that's we are reading. Translations and purports. Not only translation, sloka recitation. And these are songs, Radha Krishna, Yugala Kishora songs. Radha Madhava, Chaurashtakam, Yugalashtakam, Nandanandanashtakam, Jagannadashtakam. Same activity, no change. That's why please join. I took some 5 minutes time of you, the reading call, because you are nicely joining every day. Please take out time in the morning and evening. And we have only 2 weeks. After that, I won't be more. I won't be able to run any call. Only regular calls. I took some time. I am also a little bit busy with different things. I'm undergoing some trainings, software trainings. I need to upgrade my skills. Please, humble request, please join. Devotees. Yes, let us continue. Of course, some devotees having Bhakti Shastri, Mondays, Fridays, I think. Can you confirm, Sandhya Mataji? Mondays, Fridays, right? You have call in the evening?
Yes, Prabhuji. Monday evening and Friday evening.
Remaining days, please join. I will ask Dasharaj Prabhu to put the message in your Bhakti Shastri group. That's the thing. Spend time in Krishna. Holy month of Purushottam. We'll start, okay. Deepa Mata, please begin.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
प्रभु कहे मुक्ति पदे था पाठ हया भक्ति पदे के ने पदम पड़ा कि तुम्हारा आशया. I'll do again, Prabhuji, sorry. प्रभु कहे मुक्ति पदे हा पाठ हया भक्ति पदे के ने पड़ा कि तुम्हारा आशया. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately pointed out in that verse, the word is Mukti Pade, but you have changed it to Bhakti Pade. What is your intention?
Yes. Bhattacharya Kahe is saying, read.
Bhattacharya kahe bhakti, Bhattacharya kahe bhakti, samana hai mukti phala, Bhagavat bhakti vimukhi rahaya danda kevala. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya replied, the awakening of pure love of Godhead, which is the result of devotional service, far surpasses liberation from material bondage. For those averse to devotional service, merging into the Brahman effulgence is a kind of punishment. Purport. In the Brahmanda Purana, it is said, Siddhalokastu tamasa pare yatra vasantihi Siddha Brahma Sukhe Magna Daityascha Harina Hata. In Siddhaloka, Brahmaloka, there live two kinds of living entities. Those who are killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead due to their having been demons in their previous lives, and those who are very fond of enjoying the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. The word tamasa means the coverings of the universe. Layers of material elements cover the universe, and outside these coverings is the impersonal Brahman effulgence. If one is destined to remain in the Lord's impersonal effulgence, he misses the opportunity to render service to the personality of Godhead. Therefore, devotees consider remaining in the impersonal Brahman effulgence a kind of punishment. Sometimes devotees think of merging into the Brahman effulgence, and consequently they are promoted to Siddhaloka because of their impersonal understanding. They are actually punished. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya continues to explain the distinction between Muktipada and Bhaktipada in the following verses. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Samyukta Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Krishnera vigraha yehi satya nahi mane yehi ninda yuddha dika kare tan rasane. Seyidu iradandaha ya Brahma Sayujya Mukti Tara Mukti Phala Nahe Yeyi Kare Bhakti. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The Bhattacharya continued, the impersonalists who do not accept the transcendental form of Lord Sri Krishna and the demons who are always engaged in blaspheming and fighting with him are punished by being merged into the Brahman effulgence. But that does not happen to the person engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. Yadyapi se mukti haya pancha parakara Salokya samipya sarupya sarsti sayujya ara. Translation: there are 5 kinds of liberation: Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sasti and Sayujya. Purport: Salokya means that after material liberation, one is promoted to the planet where the Supreme Personality of Godhead resides. Samipya means remaining an associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarupya means attaining a 4-handed form exactly like that of the Lord. Sasti means attaining opulences like those of the Supreme Lord. And Sayujya means merging into the Brahman effulgence of the Lord. These are the 5 types of liberation. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Very nice. If you want to know 5 concepts of liberation, this is the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sarsti, Sayujya. I will send this verse in the group. I think I put it now. Okay. We'll continue. Thank you, Madhya. Sandhya Mata, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
सालोक्यादिचार्यादि हाया सेवा द्वारा ताबु कदाचित भक्ता कारिकारा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. If there is a chance to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a pure devotee sometimes accepts the Shalokya, Sarupya, Samipya or Shasti forms of liberation, but never Tayujya.
So, okay. Sayujya means merging.
Please remember this, this is very important. Very, very important.
Yes. Sayujya means merging into the Brahman effulgence. That won't for a pure devotee. Pure devotee sometimes accepts Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya, Sasti, but not Sayujya, not merging into Brahman realization. Very clear. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. You read Mata next.
Sayujya sunite bhaktera hayi grena bhaya naraka vanchayeta bhu sayujya nalaya. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. A pure devotee does not even to hear about Sayujya Mukti, which inspires him with fear and hatred. Indeed, the pure devotees would rather go to hell than merge into the effulgence of the Lord. Purport: Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati has sung Kaivalyam Narakayate. The impersonalist conception of becoming one with the effulgence of the Lord is exactly like hell. Therefore, of the 5 types of liberation, the first 4, Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, and Sarishti, are not so undesirable because they can be avenues of service to the Lord. Nonetheless, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna rejects even these types of liberation. He aspires only to serve Krishna birth after birth. He is not very interested in stopping the repetition of birth, for he simply desires to serve the Lord, even in hellish circumstances. Consequently, the pure devotee hates and fears Sayujya Mukti, merging into the effulgence of the Lord. This merging is due to an offense committed against the transcendental loving service of the Lord, and therefore it is not at all desirable for a pure devotee.
So one of the Sri Chaitanya's instruction, Sikshastakam prayer. Anybody remembers one important verse on this?
Nadanam najanam na sundaram.
See. Anyway, think about it and at the end we can let us continue. Thank you, Madhya. Let me see. Any Madhya? Vani Madhya, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
No problem. Yeah. Please read.
Brahma Ishware Sahajiya Duitala Prakara Brahma Savyuja Haite Ishwara Sejuya Sayujya Dhira Dikara. Translation. Prabhuji, ఒక్క నిమిషం Prabhuji. 1 second Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, there are two kinds of Sayujya Mukti, merging into the Brahman, effulgence and merging into the personal body of the Lord. Merging into the Lord's body is even more abominable than merging into his effulgence, purport. According to the opinion of Mayavadi Vedantists, the living entity's ultimate success is to merge into the impersonal Brahman. The impersonal Brahman or bodily effulgence of the Supreme Lord is known as Brahma Loka or Siddha Loka. According to the Brahma Samhita 5.4, Yashya Prabha Prabhavato Jagatanda Koti. Okay, Yashya Prabha Prabhavo Jagatanda Koti. Okay, the material universes are generated from the bodily rays of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yogis who follow the principles of Patanjali accept the personality of the Absolute Truth, but they want to merge into the transcendental body of the Supreme Lord. That is their desire. Being the greatest authority, the Supreme Lord can easily allow many millions of living entities to merge into his body. The origin of everything is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, and his bodily effulgence is known as Brahma Jyoti, Brahma Loka or Siddha Loka. Thus, Brahma Loka or Siddha Loka is a place where many spark-like living entities, parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord, are assembled. Because these living entities do not wish to keep their individual existences, they are combined and allowed to remain in Brahma Loka like so many atomic particles of sunshine emanating from the sun. The word
Thank you,
Siddha.
Mother. Yeah, I will give it to other devotees also.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
It's a big purport on the Andala.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you so much. Lavanya, can you read?
The word Siddha, akadena?
The word Siddha is very significant.
The word Siddha is very significant. Siddha refers to one who has realized the Brahman effulgence and who has complete knowledge that the living entity is not a material atom but a spiritual spark. This understanding is described in the Bhagavad Gita as Brahma Bhuta. In the conditioned state, the living entity is known as Jiva Bhuta or the living force within matter. Brahma Bhuta living entities are allowed to stay in the Brahma Loka or Siddha Loka, but unfortunately they sometimes again fall into the material world because they are not engaged in the devotional service. This is supported by the verse in Srimad Bhagavatam beginning Anye Aravindaksha, Bhagavatam 10.2.32. These semi-liberated souls falsely claim to be liberated, but unless one engages in devotional service to the Lord, he is still materially contaminated. Therefore, these living entities have been described as Vimukta Manina, meaning that they are falsely consider themselves liberated, although their intelligence is not yet purified. Although these living entities undergo severe austerities to rise to the platform of Siddhaloka, they cannot remain there perpetually, for they are bereft of Ananda, that is bliss. Even though these living entities attain the Brahmabhuta stage and realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead through his bodily effulgence, they nonetheless fall down due to neglecting the Lord's service. They do not properly utilize whatever little knowledge they have of Supreme Personality of Godhead, nor attaining Ananda or bliss. They come down to the material world to enjoy. This is certainly a fall down for one who is actually liberated. This is certainly a fall down for one who is actually liberated. The Bhaktas consider this as a fall down equal to achieving a place in the hell.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I will give it to Prabhu. Suman Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Suman Prabhu, Sapan Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Suman Prabhu, Sapan Prabhu, Surendra Prabhu. 3 years. In a sequence, please read.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, he paragraph down, Prabhu. You can try to.
The followers of Patanjali Yoga system. The followers of Patanjali Yoga system actually want to merge into the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This indicates that they do not want to engage in his service despite their knowledge of him, and thus their position is even more abominable than that of those who want to merge into the Lord's effulgence. These yogis meditate on the four-handed Vishnu form of the Lord in order to merge into his body. The Patanjali system describes the form of the Lord as Klesha Karma, Vipaka, Vipakasayar, Apar Amrita Purusha, Vishesha Ishvara. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is a person who does not partake of a miserable material life. The yogis accept the eternity of the Supreme Person in one of their mantras. Sa Purvesam api Guru Khalana Vache Karana Vachedat. Such a person is always supreme and is not influenced by the element of time. The followers of the Patanjali system therefore accept the eternity of this Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet, according to them, Purusartha Sunyanam Prati Prasavaha Kaivalyam Swarupa Pratishtha Va Chiti Saktir Saktiriti. They believe that in the perfectional stage, the conception of Purisa is vanquished. According to their description, Sthiti Saktir, Saktiriti, they believe that when one becomes perfect, he cannot remain a person. This yoga system is therefore abominable because its final conception is impersonal. In the beginning, these yogis accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they ultimately give up this idea in order to become impersonal. They are most unfortunate because although they have a personal conception of absolute truth, they neglect to render devotional service to the Lord and thus fall down again into the material world. As mentioned above, this idea is supported by Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.32. Aruhya Krena Param Padam Tha Patanti Adho Nadrata Yasmad Angrayaha. Due to neglecting the lotus feet of the Lord, these yogis again fall down into the material existence. Patanti Adha. Consequently, this path of yoga is more abominable than the impersonalist path. This conclusion is also supported by Lord Kapila Deva in the following words from Srimad Bhagavatam 3.29.13.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Suman Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. Sapan Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
You want to recite? If you want to recite, you can recite.
Yes, Prabhuji. Salokya sarsiti samipya sarupyaikattvamapya uta divyamanam na grahanti vina matsevanam jana. Someone can read it properly, Prabhuji.
Salokya sasti samipya sarupyaikatvam apyuta diyamanam na gurnanti vina matsevanam jana.
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya concluded, even though he is offered all kinds of liberation, the pure devotee does not accept them. He is fully satisfied engaging in the service of the Lord.
Yeah, that's the thing. Read another.
Prabhu kahe mukti padera ara artha haya mukti pada shabda sakshat ishvara kahaya. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, the word Mukti Pade has another meaning. Mukti Pada directly refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Wow. Another means Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Directly addressing Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Do this one also. Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Mukti Pade Yandra Sehi Mukti Pada Haya Kimva Nava Mapadartha Muktira Samsaraya Samasraya. All kinds of liberation exist under the feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is known as Muktipada. According to another meaning, Mukti is the ninth subject, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the shelter of liberation. Lord Sri Krishna is also known as Mukunda, or he who gives transcendental bliss by offering all kinds of mukti. Srimad Bhagavatam is divided into 12 cantos, and in the 9th canto, different kinds of mukti are described. But the 10th canto is the actual center of all discussions of mukti, because the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, who is the 10th subject discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, is the exclusive subject of the 10th canto. Since all types of muktis reside at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, he may be called Muktipada. Hare Krishna.
So this is explained by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Surendra Prabhu? Surendra Prabhu. Nasi. Surendra Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna is not there, huh? Okay. Gaurav Prabhu. Gaurav Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes. Voice little low, but you can come closer to the microphone.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sure, Prabhuji. Dui arthe Krishna kahi kane partha piri sarva bhuma kahe opathe kahi te na pari. Translation: since I can understand Krishna according to these two meanings, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what point is there in changing the verses? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, I was not able to give that reading to that verse. Purport. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied, I was not able to give that reading to the verse.
Read, Prabhu.
Yadyapi kutomara arthe si sabde kaye kaya tathapi ashilya dose kanhane na yaya. Translation: although your explanation is correct, it should not be used because there is an ambiguity in the word of Muktipada. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
And read one more.
Sure, Prabhuji. Yadapi mukti sabdera haya pancha vritti rudhi vritye kahe tabu sayuje pratiti. Translation: the word mukti refers to the 5 kinds of liberation, but its direct meaning usually conveys the idea of becoming one with the Lord. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna, thank you very much, Prabhu. Who else there? Pakinchan Prabhu. Pakinchan Prabhu. Then Laditman Prabhu and myself. Pakinchan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay. Laditman Prabhu.
Okay. मुक्ति शब्द कहते मने आया घृणा त्रासा भक्ति शब्द कहते मने आयता उल्लासा. Translation: the very sound of the word mukti immediately induces hate and fear. But when we say the word bhakti, we naturally feel transcendental bliss within the mind. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
Okay. शून्य हसेना प्रभु आनंदित माने भट्टाचार्य कैला प्रभु दृढ़ आलिंगन. Translation: Upon hearing this explanation, the Lord began to laugh and, with great pleasure, immediately embraced Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya very firmly. Should I go ahead, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
ये भट्टाचार्य पदे पदाय मायावदे तानराचे वाक्य स्फुरे chaitanya prasade. Translation: Indeed, that very person who had been accustomed to reading and teaching Mayavada philosophy was now even hating the word mukti. This was possible only by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you so much, Roji.
So thank you so much. I see Chandral Prabhu and Surendra Prabhu. Please read. Chandral Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. लोहा के या स्पर्शी हेम नाही करे तव स्पर्श मानी के हा चिनिते ना पारे. Translation: As long as it does not turn iron into gold by its touch, no one can recognize an unknown stone to be a touchstone. भट्टाचार्य वैष्णवातादे की सर्वजना प्रभु के जानिल्या साक्षात राजेंद्र नंदना. Translation: Upon seeing transcendental Vaishnavism in Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, everyone could understand that Lord Chaitanya was none other than Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaja. Kashi Misra Diyata Nela Chalavasi Charana Laila Asave Prabhu Pades Dasi. After this incident, all the inhabitants of Jagannath Puri, headed by Kashi Mishra, came to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Surendra Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pranam. Saise bhakata age kari bhava varnana sarva bhauma kare yaiche prabhura sevana. Later translation: Later I shall describe how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya always engaged in the service of the Lord. Yaiche paripate kare viksha nirvahana Vistariya agetaha Kariba Varnana. Translation: I shall also describe in full detail how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya perfectly rendered service to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by offering his alms. Shall I continue, Prabhu?
Continue. Please continue.
Yes. Mahaprabhu Leela Prabhura Leela Sarvabhauma Milana Iha ye Shraddha Kari Karaye Shravana Jnana Karma Pasahite Haya Vimochana Achire Milaye Tanre Chaitanya Charana. Translation: If one hears with faith and love these pastimes concerning Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's meeting with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he very soon is freed from the net of speculation and fruitive activity and attains the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Akincham Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Okay, I will do this. Oh, it's done. We are almost done with this chapter. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Yare Asha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishnadasa, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 6th chapter, describing the liberation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sri Chaitanya Charitamritam ki jai, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. So,
Prabhu, 2 minutes. Yes.
yeah, Prabhuji.
No. You said so. So, please continue, Prabhu.
Yes. So, fill in the, I will fill the blanks. So, what is the so? In the between, while reading through these translations, so pure devotee consciousness is they don't want to even go back and backward also. They can be situated wherever they're in a hellish condition also, no problem. Like. But what they are requesting the Supreme Lord, remembrance, not forgetfulness. Wherever, whatever condition of life, just remember. Don't give forgetfulness. So that is the highest consciousness of a pure devotee. So those Lavanya mentioned in the chart box, Damodarastakam.
Varam Deva Moksham Na Mokshavadim. Although you are able to give all kinds of benediction, I do not treat you for the boon of impersonal liberation, not the highest liberation in Vaikuntha or any other kind of liberation. He is such a like, yeah, he's praying very nicely.
That one, is that which
Yeah.
one?
Damodarastakam.
Yeah, Damodarastakam.
Varam Deva Moksham Na Mokshavadimba.
Yes, I'm just reading. Thank you for finding out. And we have Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela. We found the Sikshastakam prayers that also there. We'll recite those two. Varam Deva Moksham Na Mokshamadim Va Nachanyam Vrineham Vareshadapiha Idam Teva Purnatha Gopala Balam Sada Mevanasya Virashtam Kimanyai. Fourth one, translation. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon, which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Balagopal and Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? That one is there and this one also there. Na? Seventh one. Kuvera Bhajau Baddha Mutvaiva Yadvat Tvaya Muchitau Bhakti Bhajakrutau Cha Tata Prema Bhaktim Swakame Prayascha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha. Seventh one.
Kubera.
Just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. The same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. We are reading today 5 kinds of liberations. So pure devotee consciousness doesn't want actually always serving more in any condition. Just give me prema bhakti, remembrance of yours, Lordship.
Yes.
In the Chaitanya Sikshastakam, what is that?
Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim.
Nadanam Sundari Ravitam Vajagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahaitu Kitvai. How can one fall down? So these 3 things. Na Dhanam, Janam, Sundari. There is a fall down. Fall down entities. Fall down elements. Somebody wants money, too much accumulation. Somebody wants too many followers. Somebody wants beautiful women, more than one wife, etc. All that. That's the conditions. So, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Kavitam vajagadisha kamaye. Mama janmani janmanishware. Bhavatat bhaktir ahaitu kitvai. Ahaitu ki.
After birth.
4th one. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. The next lines. Mama janmani janmanishware. Bhavatat bhaktir ahaitu tvai. So the meaning, I only want your causeless devotional service. Same prema bhakti. Birth after birth. They can be situated in hellish condition. In Prahlad Maharaj prayer also, they actually I forgot that exact verse. In Prahlad Maharaj prayer also, same feelings. So these are the exemplary devotees. Pure devotees consciousness is like that. Of course, Krishna wanted to take us back to and engage in his service in the Vaikuntha planets or Golok Vrindavana, he can do. But as pure devotees, their consciousness is like that. They can be situated in any sphere and any material existence. Always remember Krishna, never forget. I want to share that verse actually. Okay, with that, I will see. And let me
Hare Krishna.
one thing. Hold on. Well, I want to share one verse. Smartavyam, right? Smartavyam. Yes. Yes. This is from Padma Purana, I think. Yes. Yeah. This is from Padma Purana. Smartavyam sadatam Vishnor vismartavyo na jatuchit sarve vidhi nishedhasyur etayor eva kinkaraha. Very nice verse. Smartavyam sadatam Vishnu. Krishna is the origin of all Lord Vishnu. He should always be remembered and never forgotten any time. All the rules and prohibitions mentioned in the Shastra should be the servants of these two principles. Servants of this. What is that? Always remember Krishna and never forget. Smartavyam satatam Vishnu, vismartavyam nadjatuchit. Sarve vidhi nishedayasyo. Etayor eva kinkaraha. Prabhupada, that's why always remember Krishna and never forgets. He quotes his purports and lectures. Yes. Sapan Prabhu and Latman Prabhu. You can add anything. Tell me, Sapan Prabhu, what do you want to share?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think
tell me.
Mukunda Mala Stotram also there are two verses, Prabhuji, 4 and 5.
Very good. Let me open
Just similar.
Quickly. Thank you for finding out. Mukunda Mala Stotram. No? So KK songs, I will find out. Then quickly we'll see. KK songs. Just sharing. A was Prabhuji?
4 and 5, Prabhuji.
Four, 5. We'll read direct translation. Yes. You only read.
Okay, Prabhuji. O Lord Hari, it is not to be saved from dualities of material existence or grim tribulations of Kumbhipaka hell that I pray to your lotus feet. Nor is my purpose is to enjoy these soft-skinned, beautiful women who reside in the gardens of heaven. I pray your lotus feet only so that I may remember you alone in the core of my heart, birth after birth. Fifth one. O my Lord, I have no attachment for religiosity or for accompanying wealth or for enjoying sense gratification. Let these come as they inevitably must in accordance with my past states. But I pray for this most cherished boon, birth after birth. Let me render unflinching devotional service onto your lotus feet, onto your two lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for sharing. Yes. So anybody have anything to tell? Lalit Mohan Prabhu, do you have anything? Will you go to recitation?
No problem, nothing. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So I'm gonna share this one. Bhakti Shastri students, Sandhya Mataji, Samyukta Mataji, have you practiced Vacha Vegam?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Samyukta Mataji, what about you?
Yes, Prabhuji, I practice Prabhuji.
So you only recite first, okay? Then we'll go to next verse.
Prabhuji, screen చూపించకండి ప్రభుజీ, అంటే like it would be helpful.
చూడకుండా చెప్తాం ప్రభుజీ.
అరే బోల్ చాలా ఫాస్ట్ అన్నారు మాతాజీ.
చూడకుండా అంటే we cannot believe unless you show your video, okay?
ఇప్పుడే
Sure ప్రభుజీ, close our eyes and do.
ఇప్పుడే భక్తి శాస్త్రి రాసేలా ఉన్నారు మాతాజీ. రెడీగా ఉన్నారు.
Nice
ప్రభుజీ, that was a googly.
That's a enthusiasm. Very nice. But I won't believe unless you show your video and recite, you know?
పాపం ప్రభుజీ సిన్సియర్ గా చేస్తున్నా ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah. Yes, do it. Sandhya Mataji and Samyukta Mataji.
Hare Krishna ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Please do.
వాచో వేగం మనస క్రోధ వేగం జిహ్వా వేగం ఉదరోపస్థ వేగం ఏతాన్ వేగాన్యో విషహేత ధీరః సర్వామపి మాం పృథ్వీం సశిష్యత్. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభుజీ.
Translation వచ్చిందా?
అంటే లైక్ చెప్తా ప్రభుజీ. కెన్ ఐ
Try. Yeah.
A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the actions of the actions of mind, who can tolerate the urges of tongue, belly, and genitals, is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
Yeah. Very nice. Thank you so much.
ప్రభు అచ్చులు హల్లులు అడగలేదు ప్రభు. అచ్చులు హల్లులు ఏమైనా ఉంటే మధ్యలో అవి కూడా అడగలేదు.
ఏం ప్రభు?
అచ్చులు హల్లులు ఏమైనా ఉంటాయి కదా మధ్యలో, అవి కూడా అడగండి అంటే సంస్కృతంలో.
అచ్చులు హల్లులు అడిగేంత లేదు సీన్ అక్కడ. pretty straightforward verse, ప్రభు.
Ananta Gopa Prabhu will ask one, he'll pick just one word in that entire shloka. The meaning of it, Prabhuji.
Yes, he'll ask Prabhuji.
I will ask.
Yeah.
No, one word. Okay, one word, not more than that. Okay. So, Vegam, easy word. Tell me, Sandhya Mataji. Very good. Thank you. Chalo, Samyukta Mataji, you present?
Yes, ప్రభుజీ. వాచో వేగం మనసా క్రోధ వేగం జిహ్వా వేగముదరోపాస్త వేగం ఏతాన్ వేగాన్యో విషహేత ధీరా సర్వామపి మాం పృథ్వీం సశిష్యాత్.
Thank you so much. You know translation?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, the urges of tongue, belly, and genitals are qualified to make disciples all over the world. Hare Krishna.
Very nice.
Hari Bol Mataji.
So good. Thank you so much. What is the meaning of Sarvamapi?
Sarvam. World, Prabhuji.
That word. Sarvamapi Mam Anandi. Sarvamapi. What is the meaning of Sarvam?
All over the world.
Hari Bol. Very good.
హరి బోల్. మీరు డిస్టింక్షన్ లో పాస్ అవుతారేమో భక్తి శాస్త్రి.
వాళ్ళ ఉండదు. సర్వమపి అంటే ఆల్ సర్టెన్లీ. పృథ్వీ అంటే వాళ్ళు. ఎనీవే వెరీ నైస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. విల్ గో టు నెక్స్ట్ వర్స్. సో గుడ్. యా, అట్లా చూపియండి ఎంతూజియాజం, సో దట్ వి ఆల్సో డోంట్ ఫర్గెట్, వి ఆల్సో లర్న్ నైస్లీ అండ్ ప్రాక్టీస్. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు, యు వాంట్ టు?
Yes, Prabhu, I am also Bhakti Shastri candidate.
Okay, acha, you are also Bhakti.
But I'll try, Prabhu.
Okay, Hari Bol.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu, I'll try. Hare Krishna. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam juha vegam udaropastha vegam etan veganyo vishahita dira sarvamapi mam prithivim sashishyat.
Nice.
A sober person who can control his urge to speak or his tongue and actions of his mind, mind's demands, actions of anger, and if he can control his belly, tongue, genitals, that person can qualify to make disciples all over the world. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you.
Prabhuji, there are some, heavenly tunes in this group. You should really recognize them. Yeah. They're not this worldly, they're heavenly worldly. There are some
ప్రభుజీ మీకు
such voices.
రామరెడ్డి ప్రభుజీ మీకు శ్లోకాలో 100 వస్తాయి కావచ్చు.
కవర్ చేయండి రవి, వస్తాయి డైరెక్ట్.
శ్లోక రిసైటేషన్ లో
ఈ ముగ్గురికి వస్తాయి. ఓకే, అండ్ దే ఆర్ నైస్లీ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్. వెరీ గుడ్. వెన్ ఈస్ ద ఎగ్జామ్ యాక్చువల్లీ? ఆగస్ట్? హరే కృష్ణ.
శ్లోక టెస్ట్ డేట్ చెప్పలేదు ప్రభుజీ, అంటే క్లోజ్ బుక్ అయితే ఆగస్ట్ 19th అన్నారు.
యూ విల్ గెట్ టైమ్. ఇట్స్ ఓకే. యా. సో ప్రభుజీ ఏమంటే అన్నారు లైత్మాన్ ప్రభు? ఐ కుడెంట్ హియర్.
Yeah, I'm telling that we have heavenly tunes here, Prabhuji, heavenly tones, for some devotees in this group, Yeah, if they practice, of course, that is not this thing, but they have a natural tone, which is really heavenly, not this worldly.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. So we'll do second one, or what is the idea? Anyone likes to practice the other previous one? Vachhavegam? We'll go to new this one.
There should be more Bhakti Shastri students, Prabhuji. Chandramouli Prabhu annar kada ninna.
అవును, మొన్న అనుకున్నాను కానీ ఐ డి నాట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ మాతాజీ.
Prabhuji,
పర్వాలేదు, చూసి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి ప్రభుజీ. దిస్ ఇస్ యువర్ ఆపర్చునిటీ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ అంతే.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మాతాజీ. యా ప్రభు.
ప్రభు మీరు అప్పుడు మా బ్యాచ్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు డిస్కంటిన్యూ అయినారా?
ప్రభుజీ ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జామ్ అయితే రాసేసారు కదా, మళ్ళీ రాయక్కర్లేదు ఐ థింక్.
అవునా? నో మాతాజీ.
ఒకసారి కనుక్కోండి వాట్ యు హావ్ ఫినిష్డ్. ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ యూ నీడ్ టు రిపీట్, బట్ జస్ట్ చెక్ ఇట్ అవుట్.
ఓకే.
చేస్తారా? చూస్ చేయండి. యూ కెన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ 1-2 times చేయండి విత్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్.
యా. వాచో వేగం మనసా క్రోధ వేగం జిహ్వా వేగం ఉదరోపస్థ వేగం ఏతాన్ వేగం యో వసహేత ధీరా సర్వామపి మాం పృథ్వీం సశిష్యాత్. Translation: a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
ఇంకోసారి ఏంటి
Prabhuji, I am also there. Bhakti Shastri.
సురేందర్ ప్రభా?
Yeah.
Yes.
ఫస్ట్ బ్యాచ్ లో మాత్రం ఉండే.
Yes, Prabhuji.
ఓకే, నైస్. డూ ఇట్.
వాచో వేగం మనసా క్రోధ వేగం జిహ్వా వేగం ఉదరోపస్థ వేగం ఏతాన్ వేగాన్ యో విషహేత ధీరా పృథ్వీం సర్వాం అపి మాం పృథ్వీం సశిష్యాత్. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of the anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
Yes, we will go to next one. Tomorrow also you can come and talk. Okay, yeah. Prabhuji, over to you.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, this is Atyahara. So we'll directly go to the Sloka, Prabhu. Then whoever wants to recite, they can recite the Sloka and meaning also. Okay, and translation also. Will that be okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
you're
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Atyahara prayashascha prajalpo niyamagrah janasangascha laulyam cha shadabir bhaktir vinashyati. It comes like this. We will go 2 lines together. Okay, being it very small, we'll go 2 lines together. 2 lines together for 3 times, and then 2 lines together for 3 times. Then whole shloka 3 times. Then you can go for individual practice. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagrah. Please go.
अत्याहारप्रयासश्च वल्पोऽन्यमाग्रहः
अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रह
अत्याहारप्रयासश्च
अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षडभिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षडभिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षडभिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति In this whole shloka, this Vinashyati is very important. Vinashyati means being destroyed. Bhakti will be destroyed by these 6 things. Okay. Vinashyati is important. How they will be destroyed? By 6 things. Okay. Now whole shloka together for 3 times. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagrah janasangascha laulyam cha shatapir bhaktir vinasyati.
अत्याहारप्रयासश्च जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं
अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षडभिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षडभिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति Okay. Now you can go for an individual practice one by one, starting with Samyukta Mataji and Ramireddy Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहा जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षड्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति.
Yeah.
Prabhu.
Hare.
अत्याहारप्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यंश्च षड्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति.
Yeah, it is graha. Okay. Niyamagraha. Ha ha. 2 times. 2 times ha ha should come.
Niyamagrahah.
Yes, bro. Ha ha. Okay. Sandhya Mataji.
Hare Krishna. अत्याहारः प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च सद्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Vani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam.
Sorry. One thing, Prabhu, before other devotees, let them recite these 2 devotees, Samyukta Mataji and Sandhya Mataji, read 2 times this, one time translation. Okay, it's a big translation. That also you have to remember. Both of you read one time.
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities: eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required, over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain, talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters, practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, and being greedy for mundane achievements. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Madhya Mataji, do answer.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities: eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required, over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain, talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters, practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of scriptures and working independently or whimsically, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, and being greedy for mundane achievements.
Yes, yeah, thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Now all the devotees. The Prabhu should know, but you can meditate upon that translation, Prabhu. Surinder Prabhu and Chandral Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah. Shall I go ahead, Prabhuji? Yeah. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangaccha laulyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. Translation. One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities. 1. Eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required. 2. Over-endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. 3. Taking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. 4. Practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules of regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically. 5th one, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. And 6, being greedy for mundane achievements. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, adi niyama grahaha. Okay.
Yeah.
Grahaha. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Shall I go ahead, Prabhuji?
Go ahead, Prabhu.
Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagrahah janasangascha laulyamscha shadbhir bhaktir vinashyati. I think translation might take time. Is it okay? Or
Yeah.
I think maybe.
Yeah, if you can meditate, it's okay, Prabhuji. We will go ahead with other devotees because Giraj Prabhu will want to sleep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Should I, Prabhuji?
Can you go ahead?
Yeah, okay.
It's up to you, Prabhu. If you want to read, other you can go through while everybody.
I think you're okay. I mean, you got an idea.
Sure, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, other devotees, help yourself. You only raise your hand or unmute yourself. No need to call. I mean, it's okay. I mean, we are gonna hear. Okay. Please.
Yeah, I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, like that, motivate yourself.
Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyam cha shadbhir bhakti vinashyati. Translation chadara, Prabhuji?
Time button. It's okay. Just practice sloka.
I'll do Prabhuji next.
प्रजल्पो नियमग्रहः जनसङ्गच्च लौल्यं च षड्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति.
Vani Mataji, ఇప్పుడు చేయండి.
Yeah. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagrahah Janasangascha laulyamscha షడ్భిర్భక్తిర్వినశ్యతి.
ఇది ఎలా చెప్పారు మాతాజీ మీరు అక్కడ ఎగ్జామ్ లో?
ఇలాగే చెప్పాను ప్రభుజీ. అత్యాగార ప్రయాసశ్చ ప్రజల్పో నియమాగ్రహ జనసంగశ్చ లౌల్యంశ్చ షడ్భిర్భక్తి వినిశ్యతి. అప్పుడు లావణ్య మాతాజీ నేర్పించారు ప్రభుజీ ఈ శ్లోకాలు. సో we learned her tune and we practiced that and recited them.
Okay. Lavanya Mataji is there now? I didn't see her. I'm sorry. Mataji, please go ahead.
నేను అప్పుడు ఏం తెలియదు కదా ప్రభుజీ, సో ఏ ట్యూన్ వస్తే అదే పాడేస్తా.
లేదు ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళండి.
హరే కృష్ణ. అత్యాహార ప్రయాసశ్చ ప్రజల్పో నియమాగ్రహ జనసంగస్య లౌల్యం చ షడ్భిర్భక్తిర్వినశ్యతి.
Okay. So Prabhuji, we are done, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Again, we'll connect tomorrow morning. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल रीडिंग की जय. श्री चैतन्य चरितामृतम की जय. लेक्चर ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन प्रेयर्स की जय. निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembly body. Hare Krishna. Have a KC today. What Tuesday? Very good. KC Tuesday. Thank you so much.